Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I am on with my boys, the Professor Alex de la Cruz, Trigger Trey Parker. What's going on, fellas?
So
What up, bro?
What up, guys? It's time. The rankings are done. We don't have to go through the trauma of where people selected, like, you know, Trey saying Jettas is 8 or Alex saying, whatever he said that most controversial. I don't even know if Alex had a controversial take this year. I think we're just used to it.
No, Herbert at 7. Controversial.
Okay.
I think everybody liked it though.
No.
Besides you guys.
I mean, you being the only one. What's up, Jack? Jack? What's up?
Bro, I'm telling you. That's why I'm doing it on my phone, dog. He don't stop.
Look, you need to get a Wi-Fi extender, have it go all the way to the garage, and just set up your office there, bro.
Oh my god.
He is the star of the show, bro. I mean, what do we say? It's Puro Pinche Jack Jack. We're all here for him. You know what?
Oh my god.
Since James is not here, Jack Jack can give us a predictions for the teams that he's going to go to today. But anyways, guys, we're here to talk about the AFC and the NFC East. We're going to just do predictions, maybe small discussions about the teams, but anything crazy to y'all, Alex? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is always on the news for something. I mean, anything crazy about the AFC East for you right now, bro?
Not really. I've been really focusing more on baseball. Hold on.
Yes. All right. And while we take this break, we like to send a shout out to our boy James, it is his birthday. He might come on, he might not. It's okay. We can forgive him for it if he misses out today, but otherwise, Go ahead, Alex.
I've just been watching a lot of more baseball since it is the trade deadline is this week, or around this time. So a lot of teams are in between selling or not selling, which means like, are you gonna go all in and try to push for the playoffs, or are you gonna try to start trading people away and start getting ready for next year? Which is, I mean, it's for my team, it's pretty hard. You're in my Cubs are in the same situation as last year. They didn't sell, and it worked for up until the last 2 weeks of the year. Remember, I was watching the games and I was letting you guys know, like, I think they lost to the Braves at the end of the year and the Brewers, which are two top teams in the NL, but they ended up losing. They were in the playoffs and then they ended up losing like a couple of games, and they missed the playoffs by a couple of games. They're in the same situation this year. They're under 500, and so it's really hard right now for Cubs fans. Do you sell or not sell?
Only you can make an AFC East discussion become about the Cubs. How dare you, Alex? See, and you always accuse us of being Spurs fans.
Thank you. That's
Nobody really
literally
watches
what I was
NBA.
thinking. I was like, how does Alex always bring in Chicago? We could be talking about the heat in Texas. Oh man, it doesn't get as hot as it does in Chicago.
The Great Lakes, they bring that heat to Chicago.
Like, damn it, Alex.
No, but it's one guy versus four San Antonians.
But that's because we're from here, bro.
So
we
40.
respect
So
you
it'll be
being
like
from Chicago.
it'll be
But
like
at least
40,
we're on the topic.
no, it'll be 45 minutes.
Hater.
It'll be 45 minutes of nothing but San Antonio Spurs shit. Oh,
Okay.
speaking of that, I went to the Frost Bank Center. I went to the Frost Bank Center this past week to watch that Hot Wheels jam,
Okay.
and it was fucking ugly in there. The most ugliest stadium I've ever been to. I've been to it twice, but it was
Which stadium?
the Frost Bank Center.
You think the Frostbank Center is ugly?
I think it was pretty ugly.
I mean, is it supposed to be pretty? I mean,
there's nice stadiums, right? Like, I don't know if you guys seen it on TikTok, like ranking the best like stadiums in the league. I don't think that was a nice stadium.
I mean, I've been inside the old Alamo Dome. I've been into the
I think
NRG stadiums. They're not
honestly,
everyone's great.
I honestly think the Alamo Dome was a little bit better.
The Alamo Dome. Trey, you got any comments on that one? I don't think so either, bro.
There's no point, bro. Alex is just a hater of San Antonio. I don't even know why he lives here, dog.
I don't live in San Antonio.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and think I'm gonna say that the missions suck. Is that what you think too, or what?
No, I like the missions.
The Missions Fields is terrible. It's in horrible
And
condition.
then San Antonio
missions.
FC.
FC, I really don't watch them.
Horrible. You know.
I think Austin FC is better.
Go to Austin, bro.
Do me a favor. If you go to Austin, go put a little napkin on your ear, to support your
just stay away from Rainy Street. Stay away from Rainy Street, bro.
Oh man. All right, well, let's get back into the discussion that we're supposed to be on before we went to the Cubs and then bashing into San Antonio arenas. The AFC East is I don't know how you would see it, Trey. I don't. There's no real decisive team out there that stands out that says I'm the big dog, right? Buffalo has won the last 5 division years in division titles, but this year there's a lot of questions. Josh Allen, no Stephon Diggs. So what's his weapons? How's the team going to look like, right? Because even though we saw what it looks like with them not relying so much on Stephon Diggs last year. You still have Stephon Diggs to take away some, key corners.
He's still a distraction for sure.
And that's gone now. But then we got the Jets. Are we going to have fully healthy Rodgers? Miami, where's their defense? Patriots, good luck in the lottery. It's just a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I would say out of those, obviously I feel Miami is still a pretty top dog because of their offense. But yes, there are still a lot of questions on every team, right? Again, Jets. Is Aaron Rodgers going to play more than 2 seconds? If so, maybe they could do something. They have a decent defense still. They have a pretty decent offense. It could be a thing, but that's the biggest question mark.
I don't think there's any questions. I still think the Bills are still the top dogs in that division.
You really do?
Yeah,
I don't feel like
because you look at Miami and Miami's still missing two of their key DNs, right? And they're gonna come starting the year. They're gonna be still on injured reserve, and a lot of their interceptions or a lot of the turnovers came off their D line getting pressure to the quarterback, and they struggled towards the end, not getting a lot of turnovers and not getting short field. And again, Miami's, we all know they're a high-powered offense, but against the top dogs, they weren't able to prove it. And then for the Jets, are they going to, like Jose said, are they going to be healthy? The line is still a big question mark there. I know they did get some help, but we say the same thing about Cincinnati. Cincinnati got a lot of help too, but they're still struggling, right, to protect Joe. So the same thing could be said about the Jets. And then New England,
Lottery.
Yeah.
Lottery.
I mean, they're still going to be competitive, right? Their defense is always going to be competitive. And then the Bills, to me, the Bills are all their defenders are coming back. Matt Milano was a big key guy to their defense last year.
To be fair, they cut half of them, Alex. They cut half the starters, so that is the injury-prone ones.
Well, yeah, and then their DBs are all back now from injury, so we should see. I mean, and then you guys said that Stephon Diggs drama. I think they let that go at the middle of the season. They changed their whole offense, and they're able to be efficient without him in the game plan. So they look good. So I think they're still the top dog in that division.
My bad, guess. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It just really depends. And I mean, obviously, right now we're gonna give our predictions, so we'll see if we all feel that way. We do have some comments from our boys from the People's Debate. Milton here says, "Let's go pull the trick or tray. Chi-Town and best sports host in SA, all love from the people's debate. Joe says hashtag pack the dome. No UTSA slander. 3 playoff teams in that division. They correct themselves as 4, but I don't think we all agree Patriots is not a contender right now. Milton says Brees Hall sleeper offense player of the year candidate. Mark my words, fellas. And that was definitely a big debate a few weeks ago in the running backs. A lot of people are big high on Brees Hall. The league better look out. Joe Burrow looking like Cody Rhodes, and he's about to finish his story. Not their safeties, brother. And then they have no effective safeties. Chi-Town talking about Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean they're all over. They were all older, right? So they obviously have to get younger, but the Bills defense always gets pressure. So it'll be like the Philadelphia Eagles that one year where they had all pros everywhere in the what's it called, like the corners and the safeties or whatever. And remember, Debo said the D line made them all pros. And I remember before that freaking that podcast they were on, I was telling you guys. Remember, I wasn't really high on the Eagles. What's it called, defensive backs. It was more of their front seven. That's why I feel like the Bills are gonna create turnovers.
Well, we'll definitely see how that goes. I mean, I'll just go for. Let me go real quick on the Patriots. Jacoby Brissett still looks like he's going to be the starter. Always thought that. I don't think Drake May has a shot unless towards the end of the year, Jacoby, is not playing well or something. We'll see what the weapons are with these bunch of these rookies. There's really not much to say about the Patriots. Good luck, Gerard Mayo. I mean, really, there's really not much we could say. Dude, lottery pick, hey, top 3. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens from there. But I mean, any thoughts on Rodgers, the Jets? Saleh, Nathaniel Hackett, Trey's coach of the year 2 years ago. Nothing.
No, I just there's such I don't know. There's such a weird team to talk about because you everybody was so high in them. I was really high in them last year. Then fucking like 2 seconds into the season, Aaron Rodgers goes down and there goes the whole season.
Where I stopped loving them was they got A-Rod. That's cool, great move, right? Awesome, get your veteran quarterback. But then he brings over Lazard, Cobb, all these dudes from the Green Bay Packers, and it's like you're literally just trying to recreate your exact same team. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, this is going to be a tough year for the Jets front office, the coaching staff. I just think that they need to get these wins because if they don't get any wins, just like Joe said, they don't make the playoffs, Saleh's fired. Out the window, bro. Out the window. Joe also says here, Oliver, AJ Vaughn, and I can't think of the 4 pass rusher. They're going to lean on the pass rush.
Oliver.
Yeah. You agree with that?
But I wouldn't say Saleh would be fired though because he built that defense from the ground up, and that's a specialty, right? Is the defense. We know the offense has struggled a lot, but that's to key in part to never having a quarterback. Now they have a quarterback, but he is in the older side. I still think Saleh still has a couple more years to like make his name known around the league.
But I think the problem there, Alex, is that reports were that Robert Saleh tried to get Nathaniel Hackett replaced, and we know Rodgers is going to vouch for Nathaniel Hackett. That's his boy. That's his OC since the Green Bay days. And there's been a lot of questions about Robert Saleh. He had that press conference where he said Rodgers had an unexcused absence. So if push up comes to shove, if the GM, the owner, has to pick between Saleh and Rodgers, I'm assuming he's going to go with the money and he's going to go with Rodgers. So I think that's where Saleh is really more on the hot seat.
Did you see that podcast where Carr was on? He was saying that he was almost a Jet, but they ended up going with Rodgers. Do you think it would be a better situation with the Jets with having Carr he's not high maintenance whatsoever. He's always out of the public's eye. I always thought he was a decent quarterback to get you a couple wins in the league. I mean, I think if you have Carr would probably push you to the 7th seed in the AFC.
I
Right?
mean, you say that, and then at the same time too, it's like they struggle to get. I get it. We know the Raiders drama. They struggle to get the Raiders into the 7th seed, or even last year we saw how well he did with the Saints. And I don't think anything really changes. Turf fucking sucks in the arena. The coaching staff is still not good. Nathaniel Hackett's scheme would be horrible, or we don't know if he'd be the OC, right? If Rodgers wasn't there, but
yeah, that's
exactly. It's just
That's
I
exactly.
don't think I don't think any quarterback in that situation would have succeeded either way with last year, especially with the horrible O line.
Well, I think if Carr were to go right and Salah gets his OC, so I don't think that Hackett was his choice. I think
Well, he tried to replace him, so definitely
yeah. And
definitely
then
not.
you really think Aaron Rodgers was really his choice?
Oh yeah,
You think so?
for sure. Yes, I mean that's if you have an option between Aaron Rodgers, even though old age Aaron Rodgers, who hadn't had a serious injury in a long time, versus Derek Carr. I'm picking Aaron Rodgers too, bro. I'm not picking Derek Carr, respectfully.
But with all that baggage, he was coming with.
There's a lot of players that come in with baggage. I mean, if you're one of the elites, at the time he was a 4-time MVP, I'm still picking you. I mean,
I still can't believe he run that many MVPs too. By the way, whatever.
I could argue 2 of them he shouldn't have won, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. He's what 3rd, 2nd in MVP all times. What is it? I know Brett has 4 or 5. Peyton has 5. There's a lot out there. Anyways, whatever. But no, I don't. I think Robert. I mean, even then, I don't know if you watched Hard Knocks last year. I think Robert Saleh was praising Rodgers. He loved it. He loved that. It was like, oh man, we finally have a quarterback in this fucking room. So no, I think he wanted Rodgers. I think the scenario is Rodgers got hurt the year they had this off season. The little bit of drama shit there. I think that's the problem there. But all right, let's move off from that. We don't need to be talking about any more drama. There's really not much more we can really say about the AFC East. So without further ado, let's go into these predictions. So we're each going to do the same way how I sent y'all a video of an example. Each of us were assigned a team for the AFC East. I'll go first since the Patriots went last in the division last year. And then, Alex, I gave you Bills.
Yeah.
Trey, I gave you Dolphins,
Fins.
right?
Yeah.
Fins. So I'll go first. It was supposed to be then James, and then Fins, and then Bills. So we'll see if James is not able to come on. Or, hey, Milton, Joe, y'all got some time? Y'all want to do your rundown through the predictions for the what is it, the Jets? Just let me know real quick in the comments. Let's see here. So how y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling good? 6 more weeks until regular season starts, guys. How y'all feeling?
I'm so hyped, bro.
Good. CeeDee Lamb is not gonna go to
Practice.
OTAs. Yeah.
All right, we got some comments while we wait a little second here. I'm praying James Day will hop on, but I have a feeling his family surprised him with a birthday celebration, so I don't blame him for that. If the Jet, we already got that one. Joe says Rodgers tried to recreate the NWO in New York with all former Packers. Yeah. He has the worst record as of the last 4 years. He will be fired for sure. Talking about Saleh.
Yep.
Management is not going to play that. But some head coaches are just better at being a coordinator, and Saleh might beat that. That's true.
Look at Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips was a terrible head coach, but a great coordinator.
Mm-hmm. Woody will pick Rodgers. I agree. Hell nah, but Milt would think so. Talking about Derek Carr. He wouldn't pick, with the bad O-line, nah. So not even then, not even Derek Carr would want to go there. Saleh wanted Rodgers. Yep. So that. And then 1 more week to the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
That's true. How you feel about that, Alex? You feel you want to see that one drive of Caleb Williams?
I don't even think he's going to play.
Yeah,
he's not going to play.
Like I said last time, I don't watch the game, but it brings me hope because football's here.
Just the noise.
No, I like watching them because you always root for the last couple of guys at the end of the bench. Hopefully, they can make the team. Like
Nice.
Jack Sanborn. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a linebacker for the Bears too, and he went undrafted, and he's from the Chicago area, and he actually made the team. So
Nice.
pretty good, yeah. And he's a starter, so you never know, right? Those like end of the like bench guys make the team, and they make a difference on the team sometimes.
So how do you feel about like with Roger Goodell? He said a few weeks ago on the Pat McAfee show, he said he's trying to get rid of preseason games in general.
I don't. I really don't. I don't know. I don't like that because, like I said, you take away opportunities from more players that are trying to make it to the league. Think about it. Like Victor Cruz made his name known in preseason.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. Dak Prescott. Who else? There's a couple guys that they made their name like big in the preseason. And then they made a difference on their team. But yeah.
Joe says we need at least two games of preseason. Agreed. Milton agrees with him, and then Joe brings up Terrell Davis. So right there, a lot of Broncos, definitely, lean forward to it, and a lot of players just in general. A lot of guys that maybe wouldn't have had a shot, those later round guys. But all right, guys. So right now, I'm going to be predicting the Patriots 2024 regular season. Here we go. It's gonna be a rough one. Trust me, it's gonna be a little rough one for me to go with. All right, week 1 at Cincinnati, Patriots. While I believe they could sneakily win that one because we know Joe Burrow and the Bengals struggle the first month of the season, I do think Joe Burrow and the team, Slim Shady mode right now, they're looking to get a early, start to their season with a big W there. So that's an L for the Patriots. Week 2 we host the Seahawks. I think we win that one. I really do. I don't know if their defense has really gotten that much better. I know Mike McDonald's, there. He's ready to coach, but I don't know. I think there's something about it that we can beat Seattle in our home turf there. Week 3 at the Jets. I hate the Jets. I hate them a lot, but they get the W there. Cross country at San Francisco, week 4. Another loss. We'll take the loss of Brock Purdy. That's 1-3 right there. It's a little rough. As we've gone through the first 4 weeks. Any debate we got there, guys? Y'all got?
No, I actually would have put 0-4, but I could see them beating Seattle.
I mean, you just got to remember, too, it's football. Not always the better team wins.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some weird shit sometimes. So, all right. Week 5, the Dolphins come to New England. Tua has yet to lose to it was Bill Belichick-led team. So who knows? But I got a loss there. And then the Texans come visit us. That's another loss right there. So that puts us at what? 1-5 so far? A little bit of a rough streak there. So not good. Now the following week, we go to Jacksonville at the Jaguars. It looks like is that a London game? That's a win. I'm gonna say we beat them there.
In London?
Yep. International waters, we'll beat them. I don't care what anyone says. International waters last year, we held a team down to 10 points, and if we had just an offensive player, we could have fucking won that game. So that's what 2-5 right there, or 2 and a lot of losses. The next week we host the Jets. Go 2-6. We lose that one. The Titans. I know the Titans have gotten low key a lot better.
Yeah.
But there's something that tells me we got them. We got them, bro. Yeah, we got them. Don't worry. It's Will Levis, bro. I don't trust Will Levis for shit. I don't trust Bo Callahan. He can go back to draft day. He can make a sequel, draft day 2. So now that's a win for the Patriots. That's what, 3 and whatever I'm on right now. I really should be writing this down. The following week at Chicago against the Bears. That's a loss. The next week, the Rams come to us. Rams don't play good in the cold. When they go north,
that's
true. In the cold, They struggle. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots
hey.
beating the Rams on that one.
You're crazy.
I'm crazy and I love it. Now, right now at this point, they go to Miami. It's cold though. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's not blazing right now. So give me the Dolphins to lose against the Patriots in Miami, end of November. That's right. I said it. Call me crazy, but that's why we're doing this, because there's some crazy takes. Hey man, it's not as hot no more, right? It's November 24th. Do you think it's as hot over there?
No, but I wouldn't see them. I don't. I think they get swept.
They also don't have a great defense. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but you're talking about Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, and we saw Christian Gonzalez go toe to toe with Tyreek Hill and win.
Yeah, that is true.
Win that battle. So I'm not worried at all. Colts, they host the Colts on December 1st. I will be there. They will win that game. The Patriots will go get another W there. After that, they play the Cardinals in Arizona. They've won multiple titles in Arizona. No. Give them another W in Arizona, baby. That's their first 3-win streak in a long time. After that, they lose to the Bills in Buffalo. Then they come and host the Chargers. That's to be determined, but I'll give it to the Chargers for now because they have the better coach. I'll give them with the Jim Harbaugh. So that's 2 losses.
And the better quarterback.
Well, I mean, we'll find out.
There's no way Jacoby Brissett's better. All right.
And the final week, it's the Bills at the Patriots. It's weird that they're playing each other, twice in the last 3 weeks, but whatever.
I like that though.
I think that we can upset them. I think we could upset the Bills again. It's the end of the year, and they probably don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It just depends. It just depends how we see it. So give me the Patriots to win that one, Alex and Trey. I don't give a fuck. Give me the Patriots to beat the Bills at home week 18.
So they finished the season, what, 7? You put 7 wins or 6 wins?
I think about 6 or 7 wins. I did that. Yeah. Let me count it out right now. I'm crazy. I love it. Trey, what do you think? You've been very quiet about it.
You sound like Jeff right now, bro.
What you mean, blood?
Some of your takes are a little off the wall there, big dog.
What was the wild ones?
A lot of them. Miami, you're crazy.
In November, we know how they play in the cold.
Oh, I understand that. But again, it's Miami. Against the Bills?
That's tough nothing.
I don't know about the Bills. You're fucking wild for that one.
Mac Jones beat them last year. Come on, bro. It's not crazy. The Patriots have beaten them. Like, come on. And I tally it up. It's a 8-9 record. That's probably a little more than I really thought it should be.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
I might be able to take away some
Patriots
wins
going
there.
8-9, bro. You're a psychopath.
I'm just saying. I do think they got better, replacing Mac Jones and shit like that. But I mean, we'll see. Anything could happen, Trey. No one thought freaking CJ Stroud would go 10-7 his first year. I'm not saying we got that, but I'm just saying, hey, let's go crazy. How do you feel about that, boys? I'm good, huh?
No.
Let's move on to the next list.
So they're not. I don't think they're gonna beat the Cardinals, and I don't think they're gonna beat Buffalo. So that's already 2. So what is that like?
So that'll be 6-11. Okay, I can live with a 6-11 record because I think when I went on the People's Debate, I said 6-11. I do think the Cardinals though, because I don't think they have a good enough defense still to really beat us. But Kyler and with Marvin Harrison could be a difference maker. Again, we have to see it to believe it. I haven't seen it yet. Last time we played Arizona, we kind of whooped their butts, but that's also when Kyler tore his ACL. So that might not be a great key factor there. The Rams one, though, I am sticking with that one because, like I said, LA teams do not play good in the cold.
I know. I could. That is true. No matter how good the Rams are, they're always like with the Jared Goff days. They just, I don't know what it is. They just can't play in the cold.
Rams, Chargers, when they go up there, and that's the hesitancy too. Like part of me believes because like last year, I think it was the Patriots went to LA and they lost. But before that, we've owned the Chargers the whole time. This time they're coming to us and it's super cold. So you know what? I'll swap that out. You know what, Alex? I'll give you Arizona and the Buffalo, but I'm taking the Chargers. So I'm gonna make a 7-10.
Crazy.
It's not. If we're just talking about right now, LA teams.
No, but the Chargers are gonna be a heavy run team.
I agree, but
that's where the like if you're a heavy run team that travels, even no matter what conditions it is.
Yeah, you're right.
So about 6 or 7 team. That's not crazy, right?
No.
8 and 9 probably was a little wild, but hey,
a little bit.
Not as wild as Joe over here saying fucking 0-17.
I could live with that.
Of course you could.
But we're talking about the Broncos, bro.
Yeah. Milton could sees us game 5-12. Joe says Joe Burrow dyed his hair blonde. He did that in high school. He had 63 touchdowns and only 3 INTs. I know it's high school, but it's time for him to finish the story.
Yeah, Alex.
And I lied to you on the show. Say I hate the Bills the most. You sure it's not the Bills fans?
He played in Ohio, Joe Burrow, high school football.
He said, check out your boys' predictions on TikTok. We agree on most what they'll say. Well, we agreed, Milton, Joe and Goldie looked at me crazy. Trey, sick of you. Also smoking some good stuff. He thinks they're winning 7.
That's what I was saying when he said 8.
I'll say you wild, but I love it. Hey, man. I might be crazy, but you'll never clinically charge me. All right. Anybody want to step up and take James's predictions?
No.
Damn. Okay, I guess I'll do it.
Why don't you start it while we're going on ours? Well, you can run through the schedule or whatever.
I mean, however you want to do it. You want to go next?
Sure. You're the pod, bro. I'm just here.
You've been part of this pod for 3 years.
Here so I don't get fined.
Oh, my God. Marshawn. All right. I'm predicting the Jets 2024 regular season record. Week 1 against the Niners, they lose. Week 2 against the Titans, they win. Against the Patriots, I gave them a win there. Week 3 against the Broncos, annihilation. Nathaniel Hackett's revenge tour continues against the Broncos. Jets at Vikings week 5. International game. I like Brian Flores, but I don't know if they'll have enough to really keep up with them on the offensive side. So I'll give it to the Jets there. So I give them a 4-1 record to start the season. Bills come to visit them in week 6. I think they'll split this one. I think this is where the Jets feel a lot of momentum. They start 5-1. At the Steelers, week 7. Let's give them another win, though.
You think they're gonna beat the Steelers?
Yeah, I do.
Bro, you got the Jets right now 6-1 or 7-1.
6-1.
Correct?
6-1. Yeah.
You're a fucking psycho. Continue.
I'm just looking at who their matchups are.
I understand that, but you have them.
But sometimes teams start out hot and they cool down real quick. So then they go against the Patriots. I gave them a sweep against the Patriots, so that's 7-1. Then they play the Texans. I think the Texans come back and get some revenge. So Texans win that one and that streak. They go all the way to Arizona after their bye week, and I don't think they'll get the win there. The Colts, they get the Colts in the following week. Damn. Main event, Sunday Night Football. I think Anthony Richardson has a show, and he gets the steal on that one against the Jets. Seahawks the following week. They'll beat the Seahawks. They have to travel all the way across town or across the country. Jets at the Dolphins in Miami. Give me the Jets on that one. They stay in Florida another week. Let's get the upset. Let's go with Jaguars on that one. Rams come visit the Jets. Damn, another cold game. I don't like giving them this many wins, but it is what it is. I said the Jets will split against the Bills, so they'll get another loss there. And in the final week, Dolphins at Jets. They're currently 8-11 and Dolphins don't play good in the cold, so there it is. I got them at 12-5. Crazy, I know.
The Jets 12-5.
I got them at 12-5. How you feel?
The Colts one, I think, is going to be a
Coin flip.
Yeah, coin flip. They're playing. They're playing in. I think they are playing in Indianapolis, right?
No, that game's in New York.
New York. Is it a primetime game?
That was Sunday Night Football. That's why I think the Colts can steal that one.
Yeah, I think the Colts will beat them.
Yeah.
That'd be a good game, though.
Yeah, you're psycho.
Why am I psycho?
How many games do you think the Colts will win? I mean, the Jets will win then?
I don't think 12. That's fucking insane.
I think 10-7 will be.
I think 10-7 is okay, but I still say it's a lot.
Okay, but which games did I list or were
I don't
like?
remember, Jose. I barely remember what you said 5 seconds ago. I just don't think that they're gonna win that many games. I'd say more like I'd say probably 9 wins from the Jets.
Whoa. No, I don't think
that's too low. That's too low.
That's kind of low.
Bet on it?
They're fighting for it, bro. They're fighting. I mean, they're fighting for their careers here. Everyone is. Nathaniel Hackett, Rodgers, Salah. They're all fighting for it. And honestly, looking at the schedule, it's a third place schedule. It's an easy schedule.
Yeah.
So it's really tough for me.
I'll give you that. They do have an easy schedule.
Like other than like the Niners, and then obviously their division battles with the Bills. Like there's really nothing here that's like, oh shit, danger mode. Like this.
Yeah.
This cannot be any more easier for Aaron Rodgers. And then Milton says, I had them going 12-5, and you disagree live on the show. LOL. I'm glad you came around. That's also a month ago, to be fair. So, anything could happen. And I probably wasn't reading this. I was just giving numbers at the time. Jeff on the comments says, breaking news, Michael Gallup retires.
I was wondering about that. I saw an alert about Gallup, but I couldn't read what it was.
Yeah, they said they put him in the injury reserve / retired list. So I guess he retired at 28. I was like, damn, that sucks.
It blows.
Milton says, how can you say that schedule, Trey? With that schedule, Trey? Yeah, that's pretty easy, bro. That's like
I said, you're right. It's probably an easy schedule, and I'm really not looking into it too much. But I don't know. I still feel like that's a lot.
I mean, I would have agreed with you if it was a tougher schedule. I think that's the one thing. Like, if it was a tougher schedule, I probably wouldn't have said that many wins.
Yeah, and you're probably right. You could probably totally be right.
So, crazy, but it is what it is. All right. So, after that, who came in second last year? The Dolphins. So, Trey, give me your opening and then give me your predictions.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I don't know if you saw, I changed my setup a little bit there, big dog.
Yes, sir. I need to get you one of these tripods, just like how you have it set up right now for you.
Christy has one for her vlogging. So that's what I'm trying right now, but my phone is like dying.
Just slowly but surely. Joe says that injury really derailed him. Talking about Gallup. Yeah, that sucked. It really.
Hold on 1 second.
Yes, sir. No worries. What's the biggest questions for Jets? Health. That's really it. It's just health. All around, everywhere else, so they're pretty good stacked wise. I mean, you have a Garrett Wilson with Mike Will, Breece Hall on the backfield. Alex, would you say they have arguably maybe the best linebacking core? Because I've seen in some places where people say the Jets have the best linebacking core in the East.
I think in the East maybe because the Bills still have some good linebackers too, but I say the D line is probably the best position for them. Even though they've they let some guys go, they're still pretty stacked. I think that front seven is probably the best in the East for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fucking good, but I mean, like I said, I think it's just other than the coaching and health. I think that's like the two biggest questions for the Jets. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, they could have a crazy year.
Yeah.
Jay, how you feeling? Good.
All right, I'm in there like swimwear, boys.
All right, give us your predictions, Lato.
All right, I got the Fins. So I had to text my wife so I could use my phone to do this. All right, so the first game of the week, they are home versus the Jags. I got a W. Second week, home versus Bills, W. 3, away versus Seahawks. I actually have a sleepy L on that one. I agree. I think Miami doesn't always play great in the cold. I know it's still early in the year and it might not be cold, but I still think the Seahawks pull that one off.
It's always moody.
4, home versus the Titans, W. 5, away versus Pats, W. 6 is bye. 7, away versus Colts, W. Home versus Cards, W.
You can't be crazy.
Yeah, but they're home.
Still 6-1.
Away versus Bills, L. Away versus Rams, L. Home versus Raiders, W. I think they're sweeping the Pats, so home versus Pats, W. Away versus Green Bay, L. Later in the season, cold. Plus, I think Green Bay is going to be a nice team this year, honestly. Home versus Jets, W. So I got them sweeping the Jets as well, I believe. Away versus Texans, L. Home versus San Francisco. I got a sneaky W on it. I know that's a stretch. Don't get me wrong, but I got a sneaky W. Just a sneaky.
You're crazy, bro. Honestly, you're crazy.
That one's wild take, but I'll take it as a sneaky. 17, away versus Browns, W. And 18, away versus Jets, W.
So you got
season 12-5.
Nah, that's even crazier for me. That's crazier. No.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
You're a fucking psychopath.
They got gutted this offseason.
12-5.
The roster is structurally better. Are you thinking all this because of just the offensive weapons? Because defensively they got gutted, and their O-line got gutted too. They have arguably one of the bottom 3 O-line in the league right now. And that defense, without Christian Wilkins, is going to suffer a lot.
I just Vic Fangio is still in DC there, right?
No, he's gone. He's in Philly.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to Philly.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of.
We'll see. I still think they're going to pull it out.
And then, like I told you, their pass rushes are a big key to their Miami.
Yeah, they are gutted though. They lost so much this season. Like I have no belief in them.
You think they're splitting with the Bills?
Yes. I got them losing like literally like the last 6 weeks of the season because of how cold weather, the schedule for the cold weather. Like all their away games, Cleveland, New York, all this shit, they ain't winning those. That's me. Like I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. I think they do split with the Bills.
So think about it. Week 13 away versus Green Bay, I said an L.
Right.
Home, I don't think it's gonna be that bad versus the Jets, W. Texans is in a dome, but I still gave them an L. San Francisco, warm weather, and again, that's their home, sneaky W. The Browns, yeah, it could be a question mark, but I still don't. Depending on the injuries, right? Like obviously, like if Chubb is completely healthy, that might be an L. But right now, I'm leaning W.
What week is San Francisco?
16.
Like week 14 already. Yeah.
So they'll have Chubb back.
That's what I'm saying. It just wait, what?
Yeah, they'll have Chubb back.
Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb. Yeah,
You're talking about Nick Chubb, and
Well,
he's talking
because
about
I was talking
Bradley.
about the Browns too. That's why I was like, what? But yes,
Yeah,
that's my take, bro. 12
yeah,
and 5.
it's yours. I
12
definitely.
and 5.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Let's. I'll put a poster that says who's more likely to go 12-5, Jets or Dolphins. We'll both be called crazy.
Yeah, no shit, right?
So do I just spoil mine too? Because
No, I mean you're gonna go right now. Just give me an intro. By the way, Trey, can you give me an intro real quick? I know you already did it, but can you just for the TikTok? Can you give me an intro?
The fuck am I supposed to say?
I'm predicting the Dolphins
Oh.
2024 season.
All right. Here's my prediction for the Dolphins 2024 season.
Thanks, Career Point. Alex, you too. Please do that for me.
all right, man. You guys ready?
No.
Here comes
So
the 13-4.
This is the Buffalo Bills 2024 prediction. So they're starting off in playing against Arizona. It's afternoon game. I got them the W. Then they go to Miami. This is a primetime game, Thursday night. If it was a Sunday afternoon game, it would be different. I think it would. But they beat Miami on a Thursday night. Then another primetime game against the Jags. They go back to Buffalo. They play the Jags on Monday night. That's another W. And then another fucking primetime game on a Sunday night in Baltimore. They got an L. I think they lose to Baltimore.
Bro, the way you were going, I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say W and I was going to lose my shit. Like, seriously.
Then they go to Houston. This was a little tricky one for me. It's an afternoon game, but I feel like they pull it off and they beat Houston.
You don't think Diggs gets his revenge?
No.
Okay.
Then another bad. They have a lot of primetime games, and their fucking schedule is pretty hard. Another primetime game in against the Jets Monday. They get an L there.
Okay.
And then Sunday afternoon game against Tennessee in Buffalo. They beat Tennessee.
All right.
Then they fly to Seattle. They beat Seattle.
6-3.
And then back in Buffalo, they play Miami. They split with Miami. I think they lose in Buffalo.
Okay.
And then they travel down to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Mind you, this is week 10 without no fucking that still no bye. They lose to the Colts.
Okay.
Then they play Kansas City Chiefs in Buffalo. This might be crazy, but I feel like they take Kansas City this year.
They beat them every time in the regular season. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's not. It's the playoffs. They can't beat them.
Well, and then they go into the bye week too in week 12. So I mean, like they're running on fumes. I know they lose the two previous games before they go to beat Kansas City.
All right.
But then they come back after the bye week 13, primetime game again against San Francisco Sunday night. They beat San Francisco. And then
Trey, you got any thoughts? They just say, now we've got them at 8-4. You got any thoughts?
8-4. I mean, no. I'm a little questionable about obviously their receiving core and so on. But I mean, it is still Josh Allen. They do still have James Cook, which he came on strong at the end of the season. They have an okay defense. I mean, nothing crazy, but I'm not mad at it.
week 14 against LA, they get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA. They get a win. 14 against LA in LA Then they travel to the Detroit to play against the Lions in a noon game and a 4 or 3, I guess 3:30, 4:30 kickoff. They lose to the Lions,
Okay.
and then this is our divisional games here. The last 3 weeks, they play against the Pats. They beat the Pats in week 16. Then they stay at home. They play against the Jets, and this time they get the Jets. They beat them, and then going to the Patriots in Boston. This is kind of tricky, depending on how the seating is. Do they rest or do they not rest? I don't think they do because obviously you guys have them at everybody else at 12-5, right?
Everyone's a 12-5 with the Patriots on this thing so far.
So I also put them at 12-5. That's crazy because depending on how the other teams are, right? Are they gonna rest players or are they not? But since the AFC East is so competitive, I don't think they rest because the seeding is gonna be the most important.
Jose, there's your TikTok right there, though.
Yeah, which team would go more? Most likely go 2-5. Now,
Jets, Fins, Bills, Jesus Christ, bro.
no,
Good Lord.
the Bills might be a little bit tougher though because they do have a tougher schedule. The KC game, right? People will say,
Not
well,
according to you.
Well,
Yeah,
What do you mean?
well,
Just read
they
off the schedule, bro.
beating San Fran was crazy. In San Fran, that was crazy to me. So.
But I'm laughing at the comment though, because he's like, well, I mean, they have a tough schedule. As you just read off 12-5, bro. Like,
yeah, but also that could be alluded to too. They could beat the Lions. You don't think they can beat the Lions?
Well, you had them losing to the Lions, so
Yeah,
I have the Lions winning that one.
beating the Lions, and then I have them beating the KC. People say, well,
I'm not.
KC.
I don't think anyone's gonna debate you about them beating KC in the regular season. If it was a playoff scenario, it's a different story.
Or even beating.
I think the Bills have won like the last 3 matchups in the regular season against the Chiefs. That's not a surprise.
I'm not. It's a question mark, but I'm not mad at you for it.
Yeah, that's not what I'm questioning. I'm questioning about San Fran.
Yeah, that one's weird.
The Colts. I have them as a loss. They're up and coming team. I feel like they're the Houston team of last year. I have them as a loss. That could be a win too. So
that's an interesting take.
So yeah,
I think beating the Texans in Houston is a little stretch for me personally.
In Houston, yeah, for sure. That's a risky.
That's one I'll make a bet with you on for sure. Like that one, I think that team is going on a run. This is gonna be so stacked this year.
Did I hear a bet?
I did say I would bet on it.
I'm still waiting for him to pay me out the other bet.
You haven't told me when you're ready to go eat. You haven't even told me when you're ready to go eat. That's it.
You could just bring it over here. It'll be fine.
You don't even. You're a freaking hermit. You just want to hide in your room now that you get your own house. You sicko. Mikey says Josh Allen is not him without weapons.
Crazy, because he literally showed that.
I don't know about that statement.
That was with Stephon Diggs taking away the best DBs out there off the field, bro.
Yeah, but he's still a stud, bro.
This will be also his first year with a key weapon out there. So
yeah, I don't know about that take.
No, because his first couple of years he didn't have.
That was like his first 2 years, but Buffalo still sucked in those first 2 years. And they didn't play well.
He still showed that he could play.
I was gonna say he still kind of balled out, not like crazy, but he still did all right. I don't know. That's a hot take for me.
Gentlemen.
He still played good.
Let me look up his stats in the first 2 years because the first year they got what's his name? They went to the freaking playoffs, or they went to the AFC Championship game.
But he also got Sean McVay that year.
So his first year, 2,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So rookie year, it's whatever. We're not gonna give him too much shit on it. That was with a 67.9 passer rating. His second year, 3,089 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's an 85.3.
Yeah,
then his first year with Stephon Diggs, 2020, 45, 44, 37 and 10 with 107.2 passer rating. That's a big jump
That's why you get a Diggs, because you see that what he could be with another playmaker on the team. But he was still pretty young, though. They still weren't letting him like zip it like how they did whenever Diggs came onto the team.
Well, I also think he gained more confidence in general too.
For sure, because even if you watch that playoff game against Houston, they really didn't let him sling it like how they did now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gained more confidence. He did get smarter. Obviously, he still makes some bad decisions, but I mean, you're right though. This would be an interesting year to see.
This will be his first season since his second year in the league without a primary wide receiver one.
Because even his second year stats weren't terrible. They weren't great, obviously, but they weren't terrible.
No, but it was also not enough to make playoffs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, there was not a threat.
Yeah.
And mind you, Bills have always been known for a good defense.
That's why I didn't have them doing that great this year. I had them mid tier.
But Milton's got him going 10-7.
That's what I would say.
Bills Mafia is a joke. They forgot
I would say 10-7.
Allen sucked.
I would say 10-7 is accurate.
And then Mikey says, doesn't he lead the league in interception/fumbles? I think the fumbles is close.
I think he also leads the league in touchdowns.
I think he also leads the league in being a BMF.
So the same people that don't like Josh, the same people that don't like Josh Allen probably never liked Brett Favre either.
I fucking love Brett Favre. That was my dog.
Because Brett Favre was the same shit too. He was a fucking turnover machine.
Yep.
He was a turnover machine.
He really was a turnover
machine.
Yeah,
but he didn't bad. But you could live let him throw a fucking interception.
Exactly.
He's gonna throw a fucking 70-yard bomb.
I mean, he's not a 30-30 champ like Winston, you know what I mean? But,
yeah, exactly.
I still can't believe that was an actual stat, bro. That still blows my mind.
Trey, don't test him this year. Don't test Josh Allen this year.
30. How do you go 30-30? You're literally 1 of 1
with Mike Evans and
touchdowns and interception ratio. That's insane to me.
Good job, J-Town. Very good point. All right. So real quick, I had told y'all I had a game for y'all. So AFC East game. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna do blind rankings AFC East players. 1 through 6 players. Y'all can each have your own list, so y'all can definitely tell me what y'all have there.
Yes, please.
Real quick, Milton says Brett Favre so hyped. Josh Allen, when his career is over, barring injury, he'll be a better QB. All right, y'all ready? There we go.
You said 1 through 6, right?
1 through 6. I want to make that clear because last time I said 1 through 6, Alex was confused by the Chicago Bulls dynasty.
Yes,
and then
I heard 1 through 5.
All right, first name up, Breece Hall.
And you said we're doing our own, right? It's not a combined.
Correct, on your own. So just let me know what you're putting.
And is there defenders?
I said players.
Okay, I put them at 4.
I was leaning towards 5. So yeah. I'm gonna go 5.
All right. Sounds good. Next name on the list, Matthew Judon.
I put him at 6. He is on the older side.
Damn, that was tough. Because he's still a dog. I'm gonna go 4.
All right. Milton says 3 for Hall and then 5 for Judon. Cool. All right. Next name on the list, Jalen Waddle.
I'm really scared of who else you have on this fucking list. You know what? I'm gonna go 2.
All right.
I'm gonna put him at 5.
Waddle at 5.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's
kind of like it.
To continue.
Yeah, you said all offensive players. I'm ready for a defensive guy to come up pretty soon.
I did say Judon.
He said Judon.
Oh yeah. I
was like, what? I was like, did I think of the wrong person?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, next name up, Dalton Kincaid.
6.
Damn it. I have to put him at 3.
I still
All
feel
right.
like Jose's gonna come in with something stupid though.
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Von Miller.
Ah, damn it.
It's either 1 or 3. 1 or 3. I can't put him at 1, but who do you
I'll
have?
put him at 2.
Who do you have left? Who do you have left? I'm putting him at 3, but who the fuck else do you have? Okay.
All right. And the last name that's going to be both your number ones, Quinnen Williams.
Well,
I'll
not
take
bad.
that. I'll
Yeah,
take
I'll
that
take
all
that.
fucking day.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take that all fucking day, dude.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to rally at the end there. I think Trey had the better list.
You want us to read our list or no?
Which one? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, go for it. Go for
Did
it.
you
Yeah,
write
yeah,
them
yeah.
down?
I wrote them down, but go ahead and read them
Okay.
all.
No,
If
it's
you
fine
want.
if you wrote them down.
All right, cool. No worries. Yeah, I wrote them down. All right, bet. Milton joined into the fun. He had Waddle at 4, Kincaid at 6. He said, "Damn it, Vaughn at 2, and then Williams cool at 1." Yes, sir.
Yeah, Williams is definitely
Okay.
one on that list.
I'm glad y'all
I'm
enjoyed
actually
that
not
one.
mad at my list.
I like yours better. Alex filled up his bottom 3 real quick,
Yeah, I'm not mad at my list at all.
especially with that Waddle at 5. I thought that was crazy, but
Yeah, that one was.
I thought you would be a bigger fan, Alex. You really wanted those defensive players to come in, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I was legitimately curious who else you were going to put. And then you said
Well,
Quinn Williams. And I was like, okay.
I mean, Sauce Gardner, too.
And I put Sauce at 1 above
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, so I'm good with that either.
I thought Sauce would be a predictable name, so I went with Quinnen Williams.
Well, no,
All
I
right.
like that. I like that.
Real quick, before we go into our predictions for the NFC East, we do have Alex's top 10 defensive backs for the 2024 regular season. Alex, give us your obvious. I didn't make a slideshow. I didn't have time.
Okay.
So give us your
I didn't have
honorable. Give me your honorable mention. Well, he sent me the list like yesterday, I think. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
No, it was a couple days ago, I think. But it's all right.
go ahead. Go and put your mentions and your top 10 through 1, please.
Okay. Trey, you're not going to like this one.
I never do, buddy. I never do.
My honorable mention didn't make the list. I was really high in him a couple years ago or last year. I don't think it was really his fault. I mean, the team sucked. Defense gave up a lot of yards. But he wasn't himself last year. But it's going to be PS2 at 11.
Hey, wait, what is this list for?
The top DBs.
Defensive backs. So cornerback, safeties, all of.
Bro, turn this shit off. I don't even want to fucking listen to this list.
You said it to me at 10:41 a.m. By the way.
Dog, you really have. You realize he is probably easily top 3 DB in the NFL. And that's not even as a homer. That's just being realistic. Seriously? Not
Yeah.
even just honorable mention.
PS2.
Honorable. Oh my God. Jose, I got to get off. I'm going to just text you my second list, bro.
No.
No, dog. No. No, bro.
And this is just for the season,
Just-
right? You're not
just read this.
the play.
Read this list off, please. For the love of God.
Number 10 is going to be Snead.
Can you give me a full name, please, sir?
I don't even know
Jerry.
his.
Willie Snead. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was Willie Snead.
Yeah. Is it Jerry? It's right.
Legarius Snead.
Yeah,
Jerry
Jerry Snead. He's gonna be playing for Tennessee now. Casey, I think they really let the wrong one go. Watch when I read the list, you're gonna be like, damn, yeah.
I'm already not a fan, so continue.
And then at number 9, I got Bates from what was he plays for Atlanta.
Full name, please. Full name for the content.
Damn.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse Bates.
Do you mean to edit your notes so that way you can see the full name?
Yeah, I have it in my notes, but hold on. All right. And number 8, I got Jair Alexander. Another one too that probably could have been ranked a little bit higher. Higher top of the list, maybe at 10, but once the defense started finding their groove, Jair started playing better ball. Number 7, when I can't pronounce his first name. Antoine Winfield, from the Tampa Bay Bucks. Number 6, Denzel Ward. Number 5, Kyle Hamilton. Number 4, Minka Fitzpatrick. And then the top 3, Jalen Johnson. And number 2, Sauce Gardner. Number 1, Derwin James. Look at
Go ahead, Alex. Please explain yourself. Go ahead, please go.
So which DB do you think PS2 had a better season than last year? Out of all those guys,
I have that list, bro. What
you
are
really
talking
think so?
about?
Okay, what?
Yes.
Like,
What are you talking about?
Okay, we're talking about the 2023 season, or we're talking about what they're going to be in 2024.
2023 and 2024. A
But
mixture of both.
But you realize, like, and I get it. I'm not a big analyst person, but like all the analysts have him actually at number 1.
Yeah, but he had one of the worst seasons of his career last year.
But you're telling me like but he also played for a shitty team. Look at that organization. Look how it's ran. Like if you put him in a different spot, let's say they got a trade and they swapped him out with Minka Fitzpatrick, you don't think he'd be a lot better in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, he would, but he's also going to be in the shitty team this year.
But to leave PS2 out completely from the top 10, bro.
There's nobody on that list that you would swap him out for.
Personally, yes. I probably would
100%.
Either Minka or Antoine Winfield for sure, bro. Like
I would 100% trade
Bates.
him.
Bates was a part of a top 10 defense throughout.
I never said Bates.
15.
Never said Bates. I said Antoine Winfield. Antoine Winfield or Minka Fitzpatrick.
Okay,
Minka Fitzpatrick played.
So you said he had it. You said he had his worst year last year, correct?
I think it was one of his worst years in his career.
Interesting.
Was that year 3?
So year 1, 58 tackles. Year 2, 55. Last year, 63. So he actually increased from his best.
Did he cut out, or is this me?
I think he cut out.
Yeah, you cut
out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So his best at that point was 58. His one last year was 63. So he had 5 more tackles than his best year. Solo tackles, 45 out of 58 in 2021. Last year was 53 out of 63.
But when it comes to corners, you really don't look at you look at the tackles. You have to look at the coverages, busted coverages.
But you realize they don't throw to him because they're scared of him, right?
Honestly, I really think they were throwing to him a lot this past year, more than they have in years past.
He also had 12 pass deflections, better than the year before at 10. Yeah, he had less interceptions, but again.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why he had more deflections, right?
He froze.
Oh, so say
yeah.
Take a wild guess why they had more deflections to his side.
Elaborate to me. Go ahead. Just tell me.
Because they were throwing to his side a lot more this past year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Alex. I mean, okay. What? Okay, it's just crazy for me. Don't get me wrong. I like Derwin James. I don't hate Derwin James. I think he's a really good player. I think he's been in a shitty situation. He can't be your number 1.
Why?
Number 1, like overall best DB out there.
He's a safety, right?
Yes.
That dude covers receivers, running backs, and tight ends. To me, I think that's a man of all trades. Plus, he could play in the box. To me, that's why it was kind of hard to put Sauce at 2. But then I know Sauce Gardner, and they really wanted to.
It couldn't have been that hard after you put PS2 out of the top 10. It could have been that hard.
Because but Sauce Gardner actually had like like stats to back it up, though. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
I was really high on PS2 last year.
You had him number 1, yes. So
Yeah.
for you to drop him, I mean, I get it. I asked you for whole DBs, right? It wasn't just cornerbacks like I asked you last year.
Last year was just corners.
Yeah, it was. But for you entirely to say from safety and cornerback, he is 11 for you. PS2 is 11. So, like, it's crazy, man, because I like L'Jarius Sneed. I'm surprised he's only at 10, but you're putting safeties as well. I like Jesse Bates. I think that was a bad move from Cincy to let him go. Yair Alexander, obviously, always a killer. Antoine Winfield, I get he had a great year and he's had a good couple, but I don't got him up there. Yes, I think he's more 11 than he is 7.
Antonio Winfield, he doesn't miss a lot of tackles, man. He's a short tackler. He could also play in the box too. Covers linebackers. I mean, covers tight ends. Covers running backs.
I thought you don't look at tackles.
But yeah, but if you play safety, you have to tackle. You're the last man of defense.
They really are. Denzel Ward at 6. I don't mind. He's very underrated. Kyle Hamilton, love him. Minka Fitzpatrick.
I love Hamilton.
I think Minka Fitzpatrick's a little too high, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Jalen Johnson, the second best corner in the league for you right now.
I think
Jalen's nice. I'd put him in my top 5.
I think he had better like zone coverages or man-to-man coverage than Sauce Gardner this past year. I think his interceptions is what really that's what people shy away from, because he should have had, I think, 3 or 4 more added to him, but he just dropped them.
He was playing hurt when he was doing those, when he dropped those, but yeah, I wouldn't have him high that, bro. Like I was saying, like probably Minka or Winfield out, but like that's crazy. Joe says he's back. He's like, who's in the top 10? And he's hearing us rant. And he's like, what the hell? No PS2 in the top 10? Homer take Jalen at 2. He has Jalen at 3. I'm like overall DBs, he's 3, but overall cornerbacks, yeah, he's 2. Crazy, Alex. It's definitely gonna get people talking on the talk. It's all right. That's what we're here for. We're here for the drama. All right, boys. So who came in last year for the it was them Commanders.
I was gonna say, pretty sure my team.
Yeah. So Trey, give me your intro and then give me your predictions for the Washington Commanders.
Here are my picks for the Commanders for the 2024 season. Week 1, away at Tampa Bay, L. 2, home versus Giants, W. I actually think they'll pull one off. Week 3, away versus Bengals, L. Oh, shit. My foot twitched and kicked it. Week 4, away versus Cardinals, L. Week 5, home versus Browns, L. Week 6, away versus Ravens, L. Week 7, home versus Panthers. I put them as a W. Week 8, home versus Bears, L. Week 9, away versus Giants. I think they pull a sneaky W on that.
So it's with the Giants. Okay.
Yeah. Week 10, home versus Steelers, L. Week 11, away versus Eagles, L. Week 12, home versus Cowboys, L. Week 13, home versus Titans. I actually give them a W on this one. Week 14's a bye. Week 15, away versus Saints, L. Week 16, home versus Eagles, L. Week 17, home versus Falcons, W. Week 18, away versus Cowboys, L. With a total record of 5-12.
I probably would have given them a split with the Eagles just because they always match up really well against them.
I thought about that, but I was like, you know what? The Eagles are pretty powerful. I couldn't pull myself to split.
Okay.
That's the only reason. Yeah, that's literally the only reason. I thought about it, but I was like, man, I don't think they will this year. But I could be wrong. You're right. Most people in the division, split a lot. So,
how you feel, Alex?
Yeah, the Commanders. I don't think they'll be that good of a team, and I think James is really high on them. I think James has been high on them for the past 2 years.
Cowboys fans are always high on them somehow, some way.
Which is great. Which is weird.
Commanders underrated sleeper team. Speaking of Cowboys fans, it says 6 or 7 wins in my opinion, but I can see 5. There you go. I like to think you have the next predictions. I think you have the Giants.
Yeah, I got the Giants.
Give me the intro.
So this is the New York Giants 2024 prediction. They are really underrated on defense. So they are playing against the Vikings in New York. I got them beating the Vikings the first week. Then they go to the Commanders. I don't know what the Commanders' identity is. I don't think anybody else knows. I don't even think they know. Who's going to be the starter this year, actually, their quarterback?
Jaden Daniels.
Jane Daniels?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them I got them beating the Commanders in Washington. Then they go to Cleveland. I think they get destroyed. And then primetime game against the Cowboys. I got them losing to the Cowboys.
That's right.
And then
stuff you said tonight, bro, I don't even know anymore.
And then they fly to Seattle. I see them losing to Seattle too.
Oh, Trey, I think you had me as the crazy one, and then now Alex took that spot for real quick.
Bro, we need Jeff on here to balance this out because his crazy is so over the top that y'all seem normal.
I miss Jeff so much.
Then they go to Cincy. Then they play against Cincy in New York. I don't think that even matters where they play. I think Cincinnati's gonna beat them also. And then another underrated game is gonna be probably a sleeper game that nobody's gonna really pay attention to is Philadelphia versus the Giants. I feel like they'll beat Philly.
In Philly?
No, in New York.
Oh, okay. Okay. It happened last year. I think so.
Yeah, primetime game against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. By then, I think Justin will be already the quarterback. They'll beat him. I don't think. Oh, even if Russ was quarterback, too, I think
the Giants will beat the.
The Steelers will beat them.
Oh, okay. So that's a loss. Okay.
Then they got the Commanders again in New York this time. I feel like they'll beat the Commanders. They'll sweep the Commanders this year.
Yo, each guy, he had Washington sweeping the Giants. You have the Giants sweeping Washington. There's just unknowns.
And then they go to. I think they're playing overseas, right? Against the Panthers. It's an 8 a.m. game. The Panthers, I feel like the Panthers are going to beat them, so I got the Giants lost there. Then another afternoon game against the Bucks. They'll lose to the Bucks.
All right.
And then the Cowboys and Jerry rolled. They'll get swept by the Cowboys this year.
All right.
And then December starts. Play against the Saints. The Saints, I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me. I got them losing to the Saints.
Oh man, I was hoping for an upset.
Then
But they say Brian Burns is gonna kill Derek Carr.
Yeah, and that might be true. Then they play against the Ravens. I got them losing to the Ravens. Then they go to Atlanta. This one's a tricky one too.
Are you sure you have them losing against the Ravens?
Yeah, they're losing to the Ravens.
They're the only NFC team to ever beat a Lamar Jackson-led Ravens.
Oh, this fucking team's not gonna beat them.
Okay.
I got them losing to the Falcons also. And then they play the Colts in New York. They'll lose to the Colts. And then to end the season, they'll lose to the Eagles. But the last games are also kind of tricky because you never know, right? Who's going to sit out.
So 4-13. And GM Joe Shane is fired.
Yeah,
after the Hard Knocks.
He should have been fired after fucking the first
Honestly,
episode.
the Hard Knocks, I watch it for fun, obviously. But, like, watching this season, Hard Knocks, dude, that's embarrassing.
It's
Like
it's baffling how many people are put in
bad,
power, and you're just like so bad at
bad,
it.
bro. And I don't know if it's because I've never paid attention before, or maybe they haven't shown it that much on that side.
Well, they never
But
showed the front office side of it.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what it is. But God, it's bad. Like
Hmm.
it's embarrassing to be an organization like that. Like
They have shown some like the Jets one whenever Rex Ryan was there, and then they were trying to get what's his name, Darrell Revis contract. They showed that side, but you could like the coaches and the GM. Who was the GM's name? He's on ESPN now. I forgot his name.
I was gonna say Mangini, but I don't think that's right.
Is it?
No, it's that Eric Mangini was their coach. Not Ludus Reddick. You're thinking of the old white guy with like gray hair in the back of his head. I have a picture, but I don't
He's
know.
a heavy set guy. But anyways,
Yeah.
he was there, and like that in that Hard Knocks, it showed like them actually wanting him and like wanting the player and trying to throw everything at him too, so they get a sign. I think they went to eat at a restaurant to sign the deal. Rex Ryan and the coaching staff, they all went to like a little restaurant there, and they didn't let no TV. I mean, no cameras in or nothing. But that was a wild one.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Yeah, I respect it though. I mean, 4-13 is respectable. I think they're gonna be. Joe Shane, I'm just saying, Joe Shane, fire him, please. Do us all a favor. Don't get me wrong. I've loved this Hard Knocks because I love seeing that inside depth team. But it's just like that just tells you, bro, like you're in charge. Like, damn.
exactly. No, I do too. I love that they're showing more of the behind the scenes. But yeah, dude, that literally looked terrible for the New York Giants organization, bro.
Bro,
So many
like
people are clowning them right now.
the
It's
owner
crazy.
was like, bro, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna like die. If fucking Saquon goes to Philly. Then he goes to Philly, and the fucking GM's like,
And then he goes to the other room, right? Like he just puts his head down.
It's like I can't believe this bullshit, bro. I'm
Yeah.
ready to fire him. Joe says Burns, Sexy Dexy, and Tibbs are gonna be scary, and he says he's got them properly rated. All right, so I'll be predicting the Eagles 2024 season. In week 1, they travel to Brazil against the Packers. I think they beat the Packers in that one. In week 2, they play. They go back to Philly and they play against the Falcons. Don't know if freaking Kirk is still even going to be playing or if he's going to be still healing. But I got the Eagles winning that one. They travel to New Orleans. New Orleans will try to put up a defensive front, but the offense will be too much. I'm giving them 3-0. Then week 4, they travel to Tampa. They try to look for some revenge against the Bucks, but they get a surprising loss there. Week 5, they get the Browns at home. Browns, I think, is fucking amazing. Still great team. Offensive, defense is just going to depend on Deshaun Watson. But I'm not going to trust him, so I'm going to give that one to the Eagles.
Where you got him right now?
Huh?
Where you got him right now?
I got him 4-1.
4-1.
Against the Giants, easy. I think we all agree the Eagles will beat the Giants. Well, I mean, it's not easy, right? Sometimes they get the upset, so it wouldn't be crazy. But it's a New York game. They're looking for revenge. They're trying to establish themselves. What am I? Week 7 against the Bengals. I think the Bengals steal this one. I think they come out and beat the Eagles on that one, so gives them 5-2. The Jaguars come up to Philly for Sunday Night Football, or is it Monday night? Sunday Night Football. Trevor Lawrence versus Jalen Hurts. Give me that pass rush of the Eagles to beat the Jaguars. Go 6-2. Next week, they get the Cowboys in Dallas. I'm going to give that one to Dallas. Following week, they come home. They're angry. They just lost Sunday night to Cowboys. So Thursday Night Football, they beat down the Commanders. So 6-3. The following week, they travel all the way to LA to battle the Rams on a Sunday Night Football. I think it'll be close, maybe an overtime game. Give me the Rams on that one to steal that one. The following week, they go against the Ravens in Baltimore. Give me another loss there. So now they're 7-5. So struggling. Then they get an easy win against the Panthers the following week. After that, they get the Steelers in Philly as well. And I think they'll beat the Steelers there. They get the Commanders the following week. I do think they'll split that one. I do think the Commanders can steal one. And then the following week, the Eagles host the Cowboys. They'll get their revenge there. And the last week, they get the Giants to get the win. So I got them at 11-6.
Hmm.
How do we feel, boys?
Eagles 11-6 total.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
I'll give you a win against the Commanders to sweep them, and I'll give you the loss in Cleveland. And then
The Eagles lose to Cleveland?
Oh,
yeah.
Cleveland was a good team last year, bro.
And then I also give them a loss against the Jags.
Nah, not with that O line, bro. I know they got a little better. I don't trust the Jags.
No, it's not. I still think that defense is the Jags defense is still pretty underrated. And then I also got them losing to Pittsburgh.
You got the Eagles losing to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You're adding on 3 losses to what I just said, so that would make them 8-9.
Yeah. And then but then you get the win to that's adding to the Commanders win, right?
No, but even with that, you're giving them so many extra losses. You're putting them basically.
I think that was a 9-8, right?
That's too low, bro. Hell no. Respectfully, hell no. Not with the addition of Saquon and trying to reamp their defensive backs.
There's
I'm
no
not
fucking way.
No, not 9-8.
That defense is still their linebackers is piss poor. I don't care what anybody.
That's fine about the linebackers. I'm not disputing the linebackers. I'm disputing.
Yeah, but did you see how bad it looked last year though?
Yes, and they still went like 11-6 or 10-7. They still had 10 wins. Like now we're just adding on stuff. Like if Jaguars have added so much to it, because I get your linebacker debate, cool. But what has the Jaguars upgraded on their offense to put their linebackers on skates?
Well, I feel like the Jags have gotten healthier. Obviously,
I mean, we'll see. It's going to be in the middle of the season. That's early November. We don't know like where they're going to be at the time. But if I'm saying full health wise, I'm got the Eagles.
So you don't
the Browns one? I don't mind that one because, like I said, that one will be close. It just depends on what Deshaun Watson's going to be.
What about the Pittsburgh?
No, I don't got Pittsburgh winning many games this year. I'm still down on Pittsburgh. I think Russ is gonna fucking fail them, and then even then, Justin Fields is only gonna be able to do so much. Like it's not like Justin Fields is that much is equal or better than Russ. It's like everyone still has. I mean, the team has Russ over Fields right now, so I'm not looking for Justin to beat them. But does anybody want to do Dallas's predictions?
Yeah, I can.
All right, cool. Don't forget the intro.
I'm pulling up the schedule right now.
No, you're good, man. Joe says 13-4, and that he hates the Eagles. That's a Cowboys fan telling you that.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're saying 8 or 9. I'm with Jose on 11. I'm cool with 11. They may sneak a 12 or 13, maybe.
Wait.
But going 9 or 8, that's
Joe said, me, let me do it. I don't know, Joe, you're unbiased as hell right now. I don't know what you got for your Cowboys. You want me to send you a link? Because then I could.
Do you want me to do it, or you want him to see if he wants to do it?
Let's see if he can hop on. Let's see if he can hop on. Let's see, Joe, I'm gonna send you a link, so you better be ready to freaking hop on and give me all this shit.
Because I legitimately want to hear what he has to say.
I gave James the task for the Cowboys because I wanted to see what I did want to see it from a Cowboys fan's perspective, especially with all the drama going on right now.
James is also a pretty realistic fan too, so
He says, give him like 5. It's so long, Joe. We're tired. We're
It's
old.
true. It's very true. I can be done in 5 minutes.
So, okay, other than, I guess, what's got you so down on the Eagles, Alex?
I mean, Kelsey not being there too is going to be very, very big for the offensive line.
That is a huge loss. I'll give you that 110%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
And
But
they're
they're still too explosive to give them 8 or 9 wins.
Losing a center could really do a lot of damage to pass protection.
Even if he picked his replacement.
Yeah, I still, because you're still not going to replace like a mine of Kelsey. Like there might be some things that he sees that nobody else could see. Which would be like if you were to see something on film and then that happens on game day and right away he recognizes it and he slides the protection to the right or left. He keeps Saquon into the because like obviously the quarterback is not gonna keep Saquon to pass protect. It's gonna be the center. The center makes a call and then the running back hears, okay, I gotta stay in and pass protect.
Jose, did you want to do the blind rankings game while we wait for Joe?
Joe, I sent you the link already. I already did. Unless I got a different email, but it should be the right one. Yeah, we can do blind rankings right now for the while we wait for him.
I'm just saying while we're waiting on him.
Yeah, we can do it. So
now, I get what you're saying, Alex. Going back to that real quick.
But 8 or 9?
But 8 or 9, yeah, that's for an explosive ass team. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
they still have a top 5 tight end. They still have 2 great receivers. They got Saquon, which to me he's a little bit better than DeAndre Swift, and DeAndre Swift did pretty good last year.
Well,
they still have a solid O line, even minus Jason Kelsey. They still have a pretty solid defense.
Do you still want the Eagles to run the offense through Hurts in his arm, or
they can?
Yeah, but he didn't he lead the league in interceptions last year? He made a lot of turnovers.
Josh Allen still led the league in interceptions.
Yeah,
but who was right behind him? Wasn't it Josh
Mahomes?
Hurts.
I was gonna say I thought Mahomes had quite a bit too.
Hurts had a lot of turnovers last year.
I don't know,
and that's from moving the offense to him. I think they messed up by not running the ball a lot more.
I still think that's crazy,
but that's on Brian Johnson. That was on the OC. Like that's not really.
He's still a part of the team. So I mean, the Eagles are still going to be the same. At the end of the year, they were still doing the same shit.
There we go, Joe.
What's up?
What up, Big Joe?
Still in uniform for that mailman delivery job, bro.
Yeah, you know how it is, man.
Running those rescues.
Pretty much, man. You know how it is here at the station.
Holy shit! 9:30, still in the superhero outfit, huh?
Yeah, I clocked out about 8, man. Went and had dinner real quick with the family, and they went to go eat ice cream or something. I was like, I gotta go home.
So Sam Howell led last year in interceptions with 21, Josh Allen with 18, and then Hurts with 15.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. You've heard us go crazy here tonight. You've heard some crazy takes.
Yeah. I just don't see I hate the Eagles, man. At the end of the day, but I'm a realist fan. I just think, man, with Saquon Barkley now with that offensive line that they have, I just think it's painful for me to say. I think the Eagles will win the division. I don't think by many games, but I think they win the division.
Interesting.
But the Cowboys aren't far off because they lost a lot of their depth, but they still have their core there. You know, that's what people try to forget. Like if Jerry Jones did not come out and say, "Oh, we're going all in," nobody would be going as crazy. It's just Jerry Jones idiocracy stuff that comes out of his mouth. That's why everybody's going crazy with this right now.
One thing I will give you, Joe, is we haven't had a repeat of division winners, right? Every year.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been like 21 plus years. So that's crazy to think that no repeat division winner in this division is, but if y'all want me to go over the predictions, because I did the whole NFC East on my TikTok, So I do have the Cowboys at 12-5 once again.
Okay, so if you can, bro, give me a rundown of the schedule if you got it on you.
So I have it on my TikTok, man. So I'm doing it through my phone, so I don't have another to pull it up.
Here, I got you. Let me pull up the Cowboys schedule, and then you just tell me if they win or lose that
Yeah,
one.
so the Cowboys, I know they play Cleveland first game, they win, and I don't know if it's Baltimore week 2 or week 3, but I think they start 2-0, and then they lose to Baltimore right after that.
All right, here, I got you. So do me a favor. Do an intro for me. Predicting
So-
the Cowboys. Yeah, you know how to
So
do
for
it.
my Dallas Cowboys, the Sports Mailman prediction for the 2024 season.
All right, at the Browns.
That's
So that's
professional shit, dog. That was
Hey,
professional.
So for the first game, man, Tom Brady will be in the booth. The guy that knocked him out of the NFL, Dak Prescott's not gonna let him down, and he's gonna get a W in Cleveland.
All right, week 2 hosting the Saints.
Bro, I don't even know why we're playing this game. It's like a JV squad out there with their car. That's a W, man.
All right, hosting the Ravens week 3.
Yeah, I just think, the one thing that we struggle with is stopping the run up the middle, of course. And Derrick Henry's gonna have a field day. He's gonna probably tell Jerry Jones like, "Hey, this is why you should have got me, bro."
All right, so that's a loss.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboys at Giants.
Oh, that's a W. Like they're sweeping them this year, both games.
Okay, Cowboys at Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's another W, man. I just, regardless whoever the quarterback is in Pittsburgh, it's not gonna matter.
Cowboys hosting the Lions.
That's a loss. I think the Lions are gonna come in after what happened last season, man. They're gonna put the NFL on notice. Like last year wasn't a fluke to me.
All right, they get the bye week, and then Then they have to fly out to San Francisco.
Bro, I don't know what it is with the NFL and them having them play in San Francisco, man. I'm just like, can we play like one game in Jerry World at least? Like it's like every year it's in San Francisco, and that's a loss to me, man. It's just too much.
All right, then you fly out to Atlanta, cross country again, and then you gotta play the Falcons.
Yeah, I just think Kirk's second cousins will show up in that game, man. It's gonna be a primetime game, so that's their fourth another W, not a loss. I'm at like 3 losses, I think, right now.
5-3.
Yeah.
All right, then they go back to Dallas and host the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, so they're gonna split those 2 games between Philly. They always usually do.
So is this one a win or a loss?
So the win will be at home.
So this is the win. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then they host the Texans on Monday Night Football.
And that would be a W, man. Them at home, it's a different story. Like the Texans this year, man, need to realize they are now the hunted in their division. They are no longer the hunter, and everybody's like on their bandwagon. And their schedule is tough, like really, really tough. And everybody's like, "Oh, the CJ Stroud MVP, Super Bowl bound." Like it's almost sounding like a deranged Cowboys fan, and it's coming from me, a Cowboys fan.
All right, then you fly out the next week to Washington.
That's a W, man.
Got the Commanders. All right, then you beat the Giants again the following week.
Yes, like Daniel Jones. Who knows who's going to be the quarterback by that time, man.
All right, then you host the Bengals.
So I give Cincinnati the W here because the last time Cincinnati was in Jerry's World, the Cowboys were able to somehow win with Cooper Rush, and that was crazy to me to think that they won that game. I was like all mad. I'm like, oh, we're going to get stuffed by like 20, 40 points.
All right, then you go out to Carolina.
Oh, that's a W, man. Bryce Young, unfortunately, man, wasn't the right pick at number 1. It's going to keep showing this season.
No, he plays for a 7th grade football team.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that too, man. I was on CJ Stroud to be the number 1 pick, and 100%. Everybody was all like, "What are you talking about, Bryce Young?"
No.
And now people were like, "Whoa, well, you're right."
All right, then we
you sound like Alex.
Then we got the Cowboys. Oh yeah.
No, he does not. You
outside
said
the
some
top
wild
10.
shit today, Alex. No, he does not.
All right, then we got hosting the Buccaneers.
Oh, that's another W, man. Baker Mayfield's going to come back down to earth after what happened last season. I just don't think he can repeat his success from last season.
All right, then you fly out to Philly.
So that we'll get a loss there.
All right, and then you host the Commanders for the Week 18.
and then we'll get another W, and I think that's 12-5.
It was 12-5.
See, I would have put the Bucks as a sneaky L. I have the Bucks winning that one.
Yeah, it's on the road, so it's always tough. Like going across,
Yeah.
like those are the games that like usually the Cowboys play like shit in.
Well, they're coming to y'all. Tampa's coming down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just think them at home for the most part, it's this craziness. Like I don't think Tampa. Like if Tampa was a bigger time team that travels well, I think it would be a different story. I don't think the Buccaneers travel well, unless Tom Brady was still there, of course.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
I have the Cowboys at like 11 wins, not 12. But
Yeah. So that win that loss that they get between them and the Eagles, that's pretty much decides the division.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's crazy. You have them 12-5, and I have Philly at 11-6, but you also have Philly at 13-4. So definitely a different story. Milton says they didn't have a competent offensive coordinator. Talk about Philly. He says you're right, Joe, but y'all have no running game. Talking about Dallas.
But at the end of the day, man, what like prominent team really has a good running? It's a bunch of guys that they have in their stable. It's not like one secure running back. And that's what I try to tell people. Like the run game nowadays is almost becoming obsolete.
Almost, yeah.
That's definitely something Pittsburgh's gonna have to rely on.
Yeah.
Milton says way too high in wins, Joe, but good point on the Texans. He says Cleveland beating them boys week 1.
I just think
all of them. I disagree.
Yeah, I just think with Watson, man, he's the biggest what if for them. And I just think Dak in big time games, for the most part, like he usually shows up. Like except for the 49ers game. We don't talk about that. But other than that, man, he usually plays good.
If they could somehow chip Myles Garrett or run like play action to add something to slow down his pass rush, I could see them beating Cleveland. But then again, like the one way to get the play action going and to slow down the pass rush is you got to have a good run game.
No, but the one good thing that Zeke still does well is pass block.
Yeah, for sure.
He's gonna help Dak. That's the one thing that Dak missed a lot last season was a running back who could block.
All right.
So I said that last year too. I said that's going to be really, really key, and nobody's really going to pay attention to it because I think Ezekiel Elliott was probably the best pass blocker as a running back in the league. Him and Derrick Henry are probably like pretty high up there.
Yeah, it's not a sexy thing to say.
Oh, lost him.
No, it's not. I know he was saying is nobody really pays attention to that stuff. Like little shit. Some like I said, sometimes the center won't call out a pass protection, but a running back might see something and right off the bat be like, okay, let me stay in and pass protect. You know what I mean?
No, I get you, man. All right, I was hoping to see if he wanted to stick around for blind rankings, but I don't know what's going on with his connection right now. Okay. Ooh, damn. Looks like he's out for now. All right.
He probably died.
No worries. All right, guys. Y'all ready for the last thing? And then we close it out.
Yeesh.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you, Joe, for hopping on, man. Thank you for filling in with your takes. Great stuff, guys. Oh, hey, he might be back. There he is. All right. Cool.
I guess somebody was calling me, man. it threw it off. But yeah, Zeke's not gonna be like the sexiest player in the world for the Cowboys, but he's gonna be able to keep Dak on, help him chip, because their offensive line is young, but it's still really good at the end of the day. And Zeke will help that line grow because they did get that guy Beebe from Kansas State, and then they got Guyton from Oklahoma.
Nice. Milton has one last comment here. He says, if you can't run the ball, CD and Ferguson will be the main focus and be neutralized.
Well, they tried to do that all last season, and they still couldn't do it.
Not until Green Bay did it. Yeah.
That's another thing. I was like scared when they got the draw of Green Bay. I wanted them to play the Rams. I was like, this isn't a good matchup for us.
All right, Jay, if you got some time, bro, we're about to do some blind rankings if you're down to do it.
Like blind rankings, like how?
Right. So right now I'm going to be doing blind rankings of NFC East players. It's 1 through 6. You just put the player's name. I say the player's name, and you just give me a number from 1 through 6. Where would you like? It's a blind ranking, so it's and you can't move them. Once you set them there, you can't move them.
For sure. Let me do it through the audio though, because I'm gonna start driving real quick.
Go for it. Go for it. No worries. No worries. All right. So name number 1, fellas. Duran Bland.
So is this just defensive players?
No,
No,
it
it's
could be.
defense and offense.
Yep.
And this is 1 through 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would put him at 5.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm putting him at 6.
Quickly down there. All right. Next name up. Austin Eckler.
6.
I'll put him at 5.
I'm gonna go 4.
All right. Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
4.
I'll put him at 3.
I'm gonna put him at 3 as well.
Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Who else do you have?
Could be anybody. There's 4 teams. It could be anybody.
I know, but I'm like, because Burns is cold. Fuck.
Impact wise, I'm gonna have to put him at 2.
Yeah, I'm going 2 because I think you have one more.
Okay. Ezekiel Elliott.
6.
4.
3.
And everyone's number 1 guy, Wandale Robinson.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious?
Yes.
I knew I should have gone Burns at 1. Fuck.
Me too.
I was thinking he was gonna say like Dak Prescott or CD or somebody else. Other than...
He did that last one. We just
He always
picked.
does that shit.
But,
Hey, the last one was pretty good.
the last one he did was pretty good.
I mean, this one I wanted to mix it up. I figured like after I put Burns, I was like, let's make some damn confusions here because I know I got people and I got all of y'all. I know I got Milton because he said Bland at 5, Eckler at 6, Smith at 3, Burns at 2, Zeke at 1,
4.
and damn it. Or Zeke at 4 and then damn it. So that's it, fellas. That's our predictions for AFC and NFC East. How'd y'all feel about that? Good
Pretty
shit.
I feel like half our podcasts are psychopaths. But about it.
Well, there was mainly 3 of us for most of the time, so yeah, maybe.
Exactly.
But thanks, bro. Thanks a lot. It's okay. I could have said the same thing about your records for some of the
Thank
things,
you.
but it's okay. That's what we're here for, bro. Entertainment as fuck. But anyways, guys, Joe, I think his connection went out because he's driving right now, so we won't bother him any more time there. Guys, thank y'all for watching. Watch Joe, watch Milton. I think they're doing People's Debate tomorrow night at 7:30. Watch them there. If not, watch them next week or whatever you got the time. Guys, next week we'll be doing AFC and NFC North. For Trigger Cherry Parker, for Professor Alex Cruz, I am Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.